Peace. So, a lot of our sisters like dealing with bad boys. We hear it a lot. Growing up hearing it, a bad boy, bad boy, bad boy. Even there's a record label called Bad Boy. Most women like bad boys. They don't like the lames. They don't like the good guys. They don't like the guys, the guys who have class or whatever. They like the guys who are assholes. Excuse my language. That's what they like. That's what it seems to be, this bad boy thing. One who's constantly in and out of prison. One who's constantly in some type of conflict in the world. And living off of a reputation. You know what I'm saying? I'm living off of the ideology of fear. It is better to be feared than to be respected. In actuality, it's better to be respected than feared, because if you fear, somebody's going to kill you eventually. You understand what I'm saying? So the whole bad boy paradigm that pervades our community, that pervades the conduct that we have seen in the last 2 or 3 generations, we have to examine where this whole paradigm comes from, the bad boy thing. Well, let's look at it. It comes from Hollywood. Understand what I'm saying? It comes from the first reported bad boy in Hollywood, which was James Dean and Marlon Brando. These guys were termed bad boys. Leather, motorcycle, smoke cigarettes, so on and so forth. This was the ideology of a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? This is where the whole term came from. It is a fictitious paradigm that was created. It's a fictitious model. This model was based on Hollywood's idea of what a bad boy was. And as the years progressed, the bad boys changed. And they changed biological makeup also. Originally in Hollywood, we were maids and butlers. As time progressed, we turned into drug dealers. Hollywood turned us into drug dealers. Through the movies, drug dealers, gangsters, criminals, and so on and so forth. And this is where that whole ideology began, the bad boy thing. This is where it comes from. It comes from the images that we see. See, when you have a lack of identity, you are able to socialize yourself to become anything that society places in front of you. Anything that the environment places in front of you is conducive for you to become it, because you don't have anything to identify with. So the whole bad boy phenomenon, has created a pipeline to prison also. It's one of the tools that causes the pipeline to prison. Because the bad boy has a particular type of behavior and a conduct that is actually accentuated by his community and by females in his community and by some other brothers in his community that look up to that bad boy thing. And, we see it generationally. It's a passed down thing. But check the history of our people. Being here, we was never bad boys. We did everything out of a matter of survival. You understand? Which is why we lived in the manner in which we lived and found success, because we didn't recklessly do things that would have went against the grain. We did things in such an organized way that it was able to move us from one position to another position. Black Wall Street. Even the gangsters, you can look at Bumpy Johnson and Madam St. Clair, so on and so forth. They wasn't doing this because they was bad people or they was bad, they had a reputation. They was doing it for survival. You understand? But the reality is that the whole bad boy paradigm that we see, that we follow, that you hear females talking about, I want a bad boy, I want a rude boy, that's all Hollywood. That's all designed from TV. Because most of the bad boys grew up watching a lot of TV. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of Scarfaces that came after the movie Scarface came out. I know a lot of cats that became a Scarface. You understand what I'm saying? Took on a particular character. You know what I mean? I knew a lot of cats when I was younger who became Superflies. You know what I'm saying? Like the movie Superfly. You know what I mean? Because you know why? Because Superfly was a bad boy. And what makes it so crazy, not only was he a bad boy drug dealer, but the thing that made it so crazy was, guess what? He retired as a drug dealer. He never got murdered or he never got put in prison. So here's the facade. You know what I'm saying? That you don't, the bad boys don't go to prison in a sense. You know what I mean? You can be a dope dealer and make it out of the hood. But that was a movie. And how many of us fell for that movie because we don't have identity? So we bought into that. You understand? So media knows what it's doing. Movies, Hollywood knows what it's doing. This is why they spend millions of dollars on advertisement. Because it works your subconscious. This is why they spend millions of dollars on making movies in certain ways. Because it works the consciousness. And if you study our community, you'll know that Hollywood is the going factor for what happens in our community. Art imitates life and life imitates art. You understand what I'm saying? So when we look at Hollywood, Hollywood shapes what happens in our community. Hollywood shapes it. It shapes the conduct of our youth. It shapes the conduct of our community. You understand what I mean? So this whole bad boy paradigm is fictitious. It's a made up paradigm that causes one to be other than themselves and to actually bring about a negative force upon them, which causes negativity everywhere they go because they got to be bad. You understand what I'm saying? So just like the brother, rest in peace, Chink's murder. He just got murdered. But look at his name, Chink's murder. Go figure. So on that note, the whole bad boy paradigm is socialized, man. You know what I'm saying? It's made to have you act out of order. You understand? It's a conditioning that's been taking place for the last 40, 50 years. And now you are seeing it. We've been seeing it since the mid to the late 80s. The bad boy paradigm started. You know what I'm saying? It started with those movies, Boys in the Hood, Colors. You know, this is where these things, Scarface. You understand? So the whole bad boy paradigm, again, it's a Hollywood made paradigm, man. It doesn't have no validity in our community. And what it does is it actually destroys and kills our community because we adhere to it. We acknowledge it and we give it life. Let's stop giving things like that life. And let's give it what it belongs, where it belongs. Let's put it where it belongs, which is behind us. You understand? So we have to find our own selves and identify our own selves and begin to not allow visuals and sounds and other things dictate to you your conduct and behavior and what you are. Peace.